Hi, I'm Julie Johnson with Firebox Training. Today I'm going to show you how to create an Oracle ADF cascading model, and then from there we're going to create a cascading drop-down. So when we choose a particular region, it will update the appropriate countries in that region and so on. So we can go multiple levels down. What I'm first of all going to do is create a new Fusion application. And we'll just call this cascading model list, and here we have com.fireboxtraining, and now we'll go ahead and create our model. So the first thing I want to do is right click on my model here and say new, and to make this go quickly I'm going to say business components from tables, and my connection information, I'm connecting to the HR schema. Test this connection real quickly. Looks good. And I want to have some updatable objects here. So what I'm going to do is we're dealing with entity objects. I'm going to select the regions, countries, locations, departments, and employees. So here we have these 5 guys right here. Move all of them over. Typically I would give these a better naming convention, but I am trying to save time, so I'll just stick with that and hit next. And then I'll shuttle all of these over, so these are all going to be updatable view objects or entity-based view objects. I don't want any read-only view objects, so I'll leave that alone. And then I'll hit finish. So it's going to look at the foreign key relationships and create associations and view links between those. And then we're going to go into the application module and make sure that we have an actual cascading relationship. Okay, so I'm looking for this guy right here, which is my app module. Here's my data model, and I just want to shuttle everything over except for that top level regions, and I want to have it cascade, so regions, countries, and then there's top level countries, shuttle over locations. See how that's cascading? There's my departments, and here's my employees. So 5 levels cascading like this. Now I'll go ahead and save this, and when I refresh my data control we should see that reflected in here as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is create a new web page, and I'll just call this cascading list.jsf. And I'm not going to worry too much about the layout of my page. I'm just looking for the basic functionality of the cascading list. Okay, so the easiest way to do this is a model-driven cascading list. I'm going to grab the top level, which is my regions view, and I'll say single selection. So I can choose any of these, but I'm just going to stick with select one choice for all of these. Now as far as the base data source, I leave that alone. The display attribute, I can display all the attributes or an individual attribute. I'm going to stick with just region name. And then next I'm going to grab the next level down here, which is my countries view. Do the same thing. Then my third level, I'll stick with the city. My next level here is departments. There's my department name. And then my last level is employees. And if I wanted to show, all the employees for a particular department, I could do like a read-only table if I wanted to. Now I'll go ahead and save this, and we'll run it. Okay, so let's check out our page. Here's our region. Now, when I change the region, you'll see that nothing is changing in these dependent drop-downs. And the reason why is we still need to set the auto submit property for these drop-downs to true. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is notice how I did not kill the window, I just left it there. All I'm going to do is highlight these guys right here, and I go to the properties, and I find the auto submit, and I set that to true. And since we only made a change in the page itself and not in the model, I can actually go to my application navigator. I can right-click on my view controller and just rebuild it, and then go back here and then do a refresh. Okay, let's try this now. I'm going to change this to Americas. You see how this is automatically updating. Now the reason why the table is so narrow is by default, if you don't have the table inside of a stretch container, it wants to set it to just 300 pixels. So if I wanted to make this look a little nicer, I would just put it inside of like a panel stretch layout or something. But as I mentioned, we're not really concerned too much about the look and feel. We're just looking for the basic functionality. Well, I hope you got a lot out of this quick video tutorial. Please visit our website at www.fireboxtraining.com. And please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.